Alrighty. I think we're just about ready to start things off today. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of my Come Hang Out live stream series. Today is episode number 60. Hey, we hit 60. How about that? Thank you very much for all the support throughout these live streams. I appreciate it. Today is January 11th, 2022. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a pretty good Tuesday. It is Tuesday if I'm remembering correctly. All of these days just feel like one giant day to me. It's just all a blur at this point. Very sad. Hopefully you guys are having a pretty good Tuesday. Hello everyone joining me in the chat today. Before we get any further into this stream, let's go over our streaming schedule. As per usual, we stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I obviously provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, check out the community tab. There will probably be an update there if you don't see me here. It's January 12th for you guys. It's the 11th for me still. 7 p.m. on the 11th. What was I on? Season 2 pictures. All right, good stuff. Let's start with Season 2. In today's stream, I just have a casual stream for you guys. Nothing too crazy here today. Tomorrow we might do something, probably a tier list or maybe a quiz or something. Not exactly sure what the plan will be for tomorrow just yet. And on Friday, we will be doing trivia still. Isn't Friday the 14th as well? Isn't that the big anniversary for Ninjago, the 11th anniversary? If I'm not mistaken. Could very well be mistaken. Like I said, all these days just feel like one massive day to me. Let's see. January 2022. Yeah, the 14th on Friday. Cool. Good stuff. So yeah, in today's stream, we're just going to be hanging out, just chit-chatting. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we can totally talk about. Garmadon tier list, that will maybe be tomorrow. That might be tomorrow. Might be tomorrow's activity here for the stream. Do I have the core images? I don't have the new ones just yet, but I can do this. I can give you guys footage from, or images from the footage that we have thus far, including the trailer and whatever else. So yeah, the new core short came out. That was the big Ninjago news for today. The first of the Ninjago core shorts was actually released officially by Lego, which is exciting. I've already done a review for it. Put that up on the channel early this morning, really early this morning. I was just about to go to bed, and then the core short came out, and I was like, fine, I'll do a video quick before I go to bed. And yeah, you can watch it officially on Lego's YouTube channel. They have it up there. Does anyone know when the second core short comes out? I have no idea. I wonder if it's going to be a weekly thing. If it's going to be a daily thing, then we can expect it at 6 a.m. my time, which is always fun. I mean, 6 a.m. is usually when I go to bed, so I guess I'll just be doing core shorts every day, or I'll be doing reviews every day before I go to bed. I think it is going to be a weekly thing, though. I don't think they're going to do it daily. I hope they don't do it daily. I hope they do it weekly. That'd be a lot easier for me personally. So, yeah, no, the first core short came out, this one focusing on curiosity. It's pretty good. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's very short, but it's also really fun. I enjoyed the action and the animation especially. Once again, you can check out my review. Put that up earlier today if you have not seen it just yet. I do have a granola bar here as well, which I will save for later, because I don't want to eat that on stream. Why do I go to bed so late or early? I don't know. My sleep schedule is just all kinds of messed up. Right now, I usually go to bed like at 6 a.m., wake up at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then start working on YouTube videos. It is very, very messy over on my end in terms of my sleep pattern. Very messed up. I hope to fix it one day. You know how badly I just want to go to bed like at 10 and wake up at 6? That is the dream. Wake up at 6 a.m., start working on YouTube videos during the day. Actually, you know, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice. How do I feel about Cole's new voice actor? I mean, I'm perfectly fine with Andrew Francis taking over the role. He sounds awesome. He sounds really good as Cole. I'm hoping that we see more of him throughout the rest of the core shorts, because in the Curiosity short, Cole, I don't think he had any lines. I think he just had one single sound effect that they reused from a previous season. I don't think he had any new lines for the Curiosity short. Could be mistaken though. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy Andrew Francis as Cole. Not doing too bad of a job in my opinion. Looks pretty good, or sounds pretty good to me. Did I have any bad teachers or good teachers? Kind of had a mix of both when I was going going to school. After when I was still in school. I'm currently in college right now. But yeah, you just kind of get a mix. Some of the teachers are really good. Some of them are really bad. My bad teachers really didn't care about learning as much as they cared about everybody participating. Which, if you know anything about that, in my experience, if a teacher wants you to participate as opposed to wanting you to learn, you're not going to learn anything. If they just randomly, like I had a teacher this one time that would have a deck of cards with all of our names on it, and they would just shuffle the deck and pull out, someone's name, and whoever that person was had to answer the question. If you didn't know the question, that's too bad, you still have to answer it. To me, that's not a good way of teaching. If you want your students to learn, maybe just have them learn through your teaching, not having them learn through, forcing an answer out of them. I just didn't really care for that kind of stuff. Was I a rule breaker in school or no? Not really. I just kind of sat in the back of the class and just tried to follow along best I could. I wasn't super, I guess, adventurous throughout my school days, if that makes sense. Since Lego's channel is made for kids, I can't turn on notifications, so I don't know when they're out. Ninjago fan problems. Yep, I had that same thing happen after the core short came out. I was like, well, should probably turn on notifications. Oh yeah, that's right. Lego's channel is strictly meant for kids, meaning that it's very much restricted by YouTube terms and whatnot. So yeah, you can't turn on notifications, can't leave comments. It's a big mess. I'd recommend just checking back every day at like 6 a.m. or whatever. 6 a.m. my time, Central Time. Not sure what time zone that is for you, but I imagine that's when the shorts will be released, probably that same time. Not sure if it's going to be a daily thing or a weekly thing. Who knows? Hate when teachers force you to answer things you don't want to. Yeah, I always thought that was just a big waste of time. Because it was just like, why am I answering this question if I don't know it? Pick somebody that knows it and then explain how to do the answer. Explain how to do it. That way we can all learn. I don't know. It just seems messed up. When I was first going to college, I wanted to actually get a teaching degree. My plan was to actually be a teacher at one point, an English teacher, because I really like writing. I find myself to be pretty good at the English subject, so I figured, hey, might as well try for a teaching job. And then I realized, nah. Nah, I don't want to be a teacher. Nothing against, children as they are. I just don't really think I should be teaching children necessarily. I find children to be rather annoying sometimes, especially in the school setting. Nothing against anyone watching this video. In case you guys are a little bit younger, I apologize if I just insulted you there. But you know what? I don't want to teach kids. I do not want to teach kids. If I were to teach anything, maybe I should teach like older, like maybe high school, college, something like that. But for right now, I'm going for marketing. So I guess I won't be teaching anyone anytime soon. But yeah, that was my original plan when I was going to school, was to try to get a teaching degree. Had teachers who did that, and it was embarrassing when I didn't know the answer. Yep, exactly. I don't know why teachers do that. I think teachers just get too fixated on people paying attention, and they want to make sure that you're paying attention. But, there's better ways of doing that, Just about everyone I know who's my age is extremely immature. Yeah, I don't think I could handle that. I don't think I could handle a classroom setting with a bunch of immature kids. I don't think I would be a pretty good teacher. Not gonna lie, I don't think I would be a good teacher at all. The teachers that had us for elementary school, props to you guys, because there was a lot of stuff that went down at my school, especially in elementary school and middle school. The core short was a welcome surprise. Yeah, I agree. I was not expecting it. I was just about to go to bed, and I was like, you know what? Let me check YouTube pretty quick. Checked it, and sure enough, there was a core short. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll review that quick. Where are my cats? Waffle's behind me, sleeping in a circle. She's like all curled up in a little ball, sleeping on the foot of my bed. That's nice. I do not know where Momo is, but she's somewhere around here. Have I had any crushes during my school days? Oh yeah, I think everybody does. I had a couple of crushes. I asked a girl once to Thor Ragnarok when that was coming out. I was like, hey, you wanna go to Thor Ragnarok with me? And she was like, oh, yeah, I'll get back to you. She never did, unfortunately. But you know what? Experiences like that just make us stronger, as much as they might break our heart. What was my worst school experience? Just some of my classes were really messy. Especially math classes. For some reason, the math teachers at my schools were really, really strict. Really, I don't want to say they were bad teachers, because they weren't. They were just kind of a little bit too into their job, I suppose. And a lot of those classes were just really difficult to sit through, difficult to navigate. If you got something wrong, they made you feel stupid, which wasn't a fantastic experience. So I guess just some of those classes were pretty messy, but Other than that, no, my school experience was pretty normal. There wasn't a whole lot of like bullying or anything like that. There was just a lot of kids doing stupid things. So, not really too much. I'll tell you guys a story. So, back in my junior year of high school, I think it was, we took a trip to New Orleans for a band trip because I was in the school band. I played clarinet, there's a little bit of information. Not sure if you knew that about me. But yeah, we took a trip down to New Orleans to play band there, obviously, at a couple of museums and stuff. And at the hotel one evening, we were all split up into groups of 4 for each of our hotel rooms. I was in a group with a couple of my friends. We were all hanging out, trying to go to bed. And randomly, we get a text from my band teacher. It was like a mass text that would go out to everybody, and they were like, oh, everyone needs to meet down into the lobby right now. And we were like, oh god, what happened, who messed up? So we all go down into the lobby, and over half of the class is down there already. They got caught trying to sneak out of the hotel at night, in the middle of the night, in New Orleans, which is not a good place to walk around in, especially at night, especially in the area where we were. So yeah, a bunch of people got scolded. They weren't allowed to do the activities the next day. Myself and my friends, we just went back to bed because we didn't do anything. Because we didn't do anything. We were like, all right, thanks for waking us up. And apparently they were down there for hours just getting yelled at. So that was fun. That was interesting. That was interesting to hear about the next day. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of bullying going on at my school, but there was just a lot of kids doing stupid things. My school was pretty small, all things considered. Trumpets, anyone? We had a bunch of trumpet players. I was friends with people that played trumpet, trombone, a couple saxophones here and there. I played clarinet. I played clarinet from 5th grade all the way to when I graduated high school. So that's a lot of years. I think like 8 years? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 8 years. Cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. Have I ever had a funny teacher? Yeah, a couple of my teachers were pretty funny. I really enjoyed when teachers would just tell their life story and we would just kind of sit there and listen. It wasted time for sure, but at least we got to hear a fun story out of it. A couple of my teachers were really cool, really down to earth, really friendly with us. They weren't really friends as much as they were, teachers still, but they were much more friendlier than some of the other teachers. So I guess that's that. In a dance class, some of the kids there just make me think, who the heck raised you? Yeah, like, how'd you get this way? What happened? Squidward confirmed. Yeah, my band teacher was like, yeah, a lot of people sign up for clarinet because it's the thing that Squidward plays and it's funny. And I'm like, I liked the instrument as it is. I hadn't really watched a lot of SpongeBob at that point, so I wasn't super familiar with what people were talking about when they used to refer to the clarinet section as the Squidwards. But I quickly realized it. A couple of you guys are asking for season 12 pictures. We can totally do that. There we go. Let's see. What else you guys got for me? Teachers telling stories about how they spat on an elderly man's car. What the heck? We never had any teachers that told stories like that. It was mainly like, hey, this is what happened to me last week or whatever. Just stuff like that. Just minor things. Let's see. Watching you live while writing my book. Thank you. Hey, no problem. Hopefully the book writing is going well. I wish you good luck in that. Do you think that I should write a song? I don't think I'm that good. I mean, why not? Just try your best on it, Nothing can go wrong. Just try your best. Honestly, if there's anything that you guys want to do, just do it. I mean, might as well, right? Follow your dreams. Accomplish your dreams. I mean, there's nothing wrong with writing a song. I mean, I don't think I'm very good at some things that I like to do. Doesn't mean I don't do them, I think you should totally try it. Why not? Do I think the Samurai X Mech and the Golden Dragon will be the same sets like in 2012 and 2013? Probably not. I think the Samurai X Mech is going to be Pixel's mech from the Wild Brain era that we never ended up getting as a build. That beefy, that really big mech that Pixel has. She had it in Seabound for a little bit too. I think she got it during Season 11. I have a feeling that mech is going to be a buildable version of that. Honestly, in terms of the Golden Dragon, I mean, it's probably just going to be a massive gold dragon for Lloyd, which is going to be fun. I'm very excited to see what that dragon looks like. It's very expensive, so it better be pretty good, right? But yeah, I think the mech is going to be Pixel's new mech. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Who's stronger in my opinion, Kai or Jay? Probably Kai in terms of physical strength, but Jay probably has Kai beat in the mental department in terms of intelligence and whatnot. I'd say Jay is more smart than Kai, but Kai is probably more physically strong than Jay. He's probably physically stronger than the Lightning Ninja. Want to know my thoughts on the Catamaran Sea Battle set? It's probably not worth grabbing. I never ended up getting it because, you know, there's no point in building it for me. There's no point in buying it. It's a pretty expensive set, and honestly, I collect sets based on the figures, and of course, if they have a good build. The builds for the Catamaran Sea Battle didn't impress me, and the figures I could get elsewhere in other sets that I actually wanted, so I never ended up getting it. If the Catamaran Sea Battle would have included a character like Twitchy Tim, maybe I would have considered buying it. Unfortunately, Twitchy Tim is nowhere to be found. He does not exist as a physical figure, which is unfortunate. It's very dumb. But yeah, that's basically my little ramble about the Catamaran Sea Battle set. Remember when I came to school late because of a dentist appointment, the teacher called me to answer a question I wasn't even there for. Yeah, don't you just love when teachers do that kind of stuff? It's like, oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I'll be sure to answer this question that I was not here to learn. Thank you, teacher. Do I have any Ninjago books? Yeah, I got a whole bunch. Whole Ninjago library over there. It's mostly just character encyclopedias, a couple of Ninjago comic books here and there. I have the behind-the-scenes book for the Ninjago movie. You know, just stuff like that. Just minor stuff. Twitchy Tim came out in a magazine. Did he really? Is there actually a Twitchy Tim figure? I need to look this up now, because I have no idea if that's legit. Twitchy Tim Ninjago. If Twitchy Tim does exist as a figure, I will totally try to buy him online. Let's see. I know he has like a design, but I don't think there's an actual official figure for Twitchy Tim. I think there's a design, but I don't think there's a physical product. Yeah, I'm not seeing a physical minifigure for Twitchy Tim, but they should totally make it. I mean, they have a design for it. Why not? It's like the same logic with Digi Zane. I mean, if you have the design there, just make the figure. Like, what's stopping Lego from making an official Digi Zane figure? Have I seen any of Generic Studs content? I have not. I don't really watch other Ninjago YouTubers. Sorry. Not sorry. Imagine if Wu was the ultimate villain. Why else would he refrain from telling the ninja anything? Yeah, plot twist, Master Wu was a secret spy this entire time and is just trying to trap the ninja into dealing with very dangerous villains. I mean, I'd believe it if it wasn't for the fact that Master Wu had been their teacher for years. I don't know. I think that would be funny, though. That would be like the ultimate reveal. I think another big reveal that they could probably do at one point is maybe suggesting that the first Spinjitzu master was evil this whole time. Maybe he wasn't the good guy that everyone thinks that he was, you know? Maybe there could be something revealed about that. Who knows? I think that could be cool. Season 13. Sure thing. There we go. Master of the Mountain. Do I like Pokemon? Yeah, Pokemon's cool. I've been a Pokemon fan for a very long time. Longer than I've been a Ninjago fan, if you can believe it. Pokemon I got into around 2006, 2007. Thank you, Kishore Dandu, for the subscription. Yeah, I think I got that right. I think that's right. Master Wu is Sentinel Prime. Yeah, pretty much if that's the case. I mean, a mentor figure that's secretly evil. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of how the Transformers films depicted Sentinel Prime. I don't know. I enjoyed the character, but I'm not a huge fan of that plot twist, I guess. You guys want to do a poll? Okay, sure. What poll should we do? Pitch me some poll ideas in the chat, and we can totally do a couple of those throughout the stream. We still have a long time left, so yeah, feel free to pitch me some poll ideas. I'm going to open up a second water bottle. There we go. King Dareth just subscribed. Aren't you in the chat? I thought I saw you. What the heck? Let's see. Yeah, eventually I think people just kind of unsubscribe and start subscribing to the channel again just to get their name on the screen, so I probably won't shout out subscriptions anymore. But I still will do donations, obviously. I'll shout out donations or whatever. Legacy Shorts poll. I mean, we could, but aren't there a whole bunch of Legacy Shorts? Which ones would we do? Best Wild Brain season? Yeah, we could actually do that. I think that one might be a good one to start with. You know, because we don't need to count the island. Because for a lot of people, the island is not a season. Why don't we start with that one? Best of the Wild Brain seasons, and then we could totally try another one later in the stream. Obviously, we have more time to do that. Best season of these. I'm just going to say best season. Make it less wordy. What do we got? Secrets of the 4. Nope, 4. Bidden Spinjitzu. Ooh, just enough characters to type out that whole title. Prime Empire. Master of the Mountain. And then we have Seabound. I still don't like Seabound's name. All right, feel free to vote for your favorite season of this selection, and we can totally do more polls later on. Secrets of the 4. Bidden Spinjitzu. Yes, indeed. What's the best season out of that selection? Feel free to take a vote. Feel free to vote for your favorite. You should write another screenplay. I would love to. I just need to find time to do that. I'd need to put aside some time. If I could, I would totally love to do a sequel to my original screenplay that I wrote, which was like a conclusion to the Ninjago story, because I kind of set that up at the very end for a sequel if I so desired to write one, featuring the younger generation of ninja, maybe giving them personalities, maybe having the older ninja come back as, mentors and stuff like that. I kind of feel like maybe the Ninjago series might go that direction soon. I mean, I talked in a video that I put up earlier today about how this new wave of Ninjago stuff coming out for the summer kind of seems like a finale in a way, so maybe this could be like a goodbye send off for the old group of ninja, and maybe next year they could bring in a new group. That would be cool, right? That's kind of been a long time coming. Ninjago has never really gone the route of Bionicle, where they switch out the main cast every couple of seasons. I think they totally could, though. If Ninjago ever wanted to, maybe they could switch out the cast and provide us with a younger group of ninja. That would be awesome. I would totally love to see that at some point, but I want this story to end first. I want the core ninja's story to actually have a conclusion. So, feeling a lot worse today, so just stop by to say hi. Have a good day. I hope you get better. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, I hope you improve. Hope you get better. Sorry to hear that you're not doing so well. Hopefully things turn around soon. Do I like the Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty from 2015? It's a great set. I used to have it until I sold it. I actually ended up selling it a long time ago, a couple of years ago. I ended up selling that set to somebody on eBay who bought it. So, yeah, I don't have it anymore, but I used to really enjoy that set. I think once the Ninjago movie bounty came out, though, I didn't really have a use for that one, so I decided to get rid of it. Nothing against that set, I just didn't really need it anymore. I didn't really need 2 Destiny's bounties, especially if one is way better than the other. It is a pretty good set, though. For the time, it was a really good set. I think at the time it came out, it was the biggest Ninjago set, but it was quickly overshadowed by the Airjitsu Temple, if I am recalling correctly. Season 9 pictures, sure. Hunted. There we go. Let's get 96 people in the chat. Yeah, I mean, the more the merrier. Do I think that Fugitive is in Cryptarian prison for mental reasons since Pixel can't find him in her criminal database? I don't know. Maybe he's just there because he wants to be. Who knows? Who's to say? I think we could totally see more of Fugitive in the future. I imagine he will pop up at some point in an upcoming Ninjago story. Maybe we will find out then. I think that's highly possible, though. Another Fugitive question: do I think that Fugitive is a good villain and the ninjas? Wait, do I think Fugitive is a good villain and the ninjas' memories got erased, or is he just comic relief? Ooh, I see what you're saying. I think he's just a comic relief villain. I don't think there's a whole lot to Fugitive. I think he's just a guy that likes to dress up as a dove, and you know what? Maybe we should just respect that sometimes. I don't think he's a complicated character. I don't think there's too much to him. I don't think it's going to be like a Dr. Saunders type situation. You know, Dr. Saunders, where he was revealed to be, who was it, Crux or Chronix? I think Crux, right? Wasn't Crux Dr. Saunders? I'm mixing up the Time Twins. I can't remember. My brain's doing a loop-de-loop. One of the Time Twins was Dr. Saunders. I think it was Crux. Yeah, I think it was Crux, actually. Because Chronix is the younger one. Chronix is younger and Crux is older. I think. I could be wrong about that, though. Don't you just love how Wu keeps making enemies for the ninja? Oh, yeah. Just pushing off his problems onto the ninja. It's just become a meme at this point. Crux was the older one? Alright, good stuff. So I was correct. Favorite Transformers show? Beast Wars. Beast Wars Transformers is the best Transformers series. I will die on that hill. Have you ever had an awkward moment in school when a teacher tells you to get something from another class, then when you get to that class, the whole class just stares at you, including the teacher? Not really anything similar to that, but I did have something happen that was kind of similar, I guess. When I first started going to college, we did like an orientation, and we had to meet in a certain classroom at a certain time, because we needed to learn how things worked around that place, right? So I walked into the classroom because that was the number written on my schedule. I lined up the schedule with the number on the room, walked in, and there was a whole class in there trying to learn stuff. And I just kind of stood there in the doorway and I was like, oh, apparently this isn't the classroom that I was told it was. And I just kind of left. It was pretty awkward. Everyone just kind of stared at me. They were like, are you lost? Do you need help? I was like, well, on my schedule, it says I'm supposed to meet in this classroom. Unfortunately, they had switched it at the last minute and decided not to tell anybody. So that was pretty messed up. But yeah, that was kind of like that was kind of similar, I suppose. But it wasn't like, hey, can you go get this from this classroom? How are we doing on the poll? Master of the Mountain is winning. Oh, it actually has quite a big lead over Seabound. I wasn't expecting that big of a lead. I was more expecting Seabound and Master of the Mountain to be relatively close in terms of which one is better. Prime Empire and Seabound are pretty close, though, which is kind of surprising. Was not expecting that. And obviously, Season 11 is kind of in the bottom section of the poll. Not super surprising there. I kind of expected that, in all honesty. Do I watch Power Rangers? Not really. I've never been a big Power Rangers guy. Goes into the wrong classroom. Hey, you guys ever heard of Ninjago? Yeah. Hey, you want my business card for my YouTube channel? Do people actually do that? Like print out business cards for their YouTube channel and just give them to people? I know a lot of people treat their YouTube channel as like a small business. Do people do that? Have you guys ever heard of people doing that? Like with business cards? Do they just give them out to random people? Like, hey, watch my content. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that at all. I don't know why everyone dislikes Day of the Departed. I really enjoy it. Well, you know, more power to you. I'm glad that you can enjoy something that I personally think is pretty awful. But Day of the Departed, I personally don't like it because I don't like the dialogue, the storyline. I think it had a really good concept, but the execution is just all over the place. It's just a mess. The villains' motivations make no sense. The ninja fighting the villains, I mean, it's kind of cool, but I feel like it could have been done a lot better. It's mainly just the whatchamacallit, just the dialogue that bothers me. The writing is actually pretty awful. Just talk about it every chance they get. Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, I'm a YouTuber, right? Yep, we got you. You know, when people ask me what I do for work, I do mention that I have a YouTube channel because that's the truth. They ask me what I do for work. I'm like, oh, you know, I have a YouTube channel. I make YouTube videos. And they're like, oh, that's cool. But I can see that. I can see people going up to like people at a party and being like, hey, I have a YouTube channel. It's like, cool. What do you want me to do about that? Neat. You want a pat on the head? You want a handshake? You want a high five? Yeah, I have seen people put out business cards, though, for their channels, and it's just very strange. It's like, why? Why do that? This random dude at the gas station is not going to watch your gaming videos, my guy. Have I seen No Way Home? I have. I thought it was pretty good. Liked it a lot. Season 6 pictures? Sure. Skybound. There we go. And then Possession we could probably do after. I'm seeing a couple of votes for Possession. We will do Possession after we do Skybound. We'll switch that up in a couple of minutes. Let's see. Sorry I'm late. Hey, no problem. Glad you're here. Of course, you guys, if you're ever late to a stream, that's no big deal. Obviously, the streams will always be uploaded as videos afterwards, so if you want to go ahead and check out what you missed, feel free to do so. Favorite Ninjago quote: I almost said with great power comes great responsibility, and then I realized, you know what, that is not a Ninjago quote. I am very mistaken. Could be. Sounds like something you'd see in Ninjago. I really enjoy, you know, wisdom from Master Wu. Never put off until tomorrow what can be done today. That quote legitimately got me through a couple of projects in middle school because I was so, like, I don't know if I was lazy or if I just didn't want to do something, but I was just like, you know what, I do not feel like doing this project. And then I remembered the wisdom of Master Wu, and I was like, ugh, fine, I'll do it. Never put off until tomorrow what can be done today. I took those words to heart, and I really enjoyed that quote. Seems to me like that could be a pretty good quote, very inspirational quote. Write that on a gravestone, perhaps. How would I suggest growing a Ninjago or Lego themed YouTube channel? I mean, honestly, the way that I try to grow, or at least the way that I try to maintain growth, is to be consistent with uploads. I try to put out videos at a certain time of day every single day. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but sometimes, you know, most of the time it does work. And I find that consistency is kind of key on this platform. I also would recommend, if you're trying to start a Ninjago channel, try to report on news as soon as possible as well. The sooner that you can report on news or things that are happening around the community, the sooner that that video gets uploaded, the more people that will they'll be attracted to your video because it's, you know, going to be the first one that has news in it. There's a lot of competition in this industry, I suppose you could call it, in the Ninjago industry. You know, there's a lot of competition. You want to be like the first one to get your news report up there. Also, you know, take your time with it. Try to, you know, make content that you're proud of. Don't just try to shovel out content just because you feel like you have to. Treat it as a hobby first before you try to treat it as a job. Just have fun with it. And if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. Just be consistent. Just have fun with it, and, you know, you might grow. I wish I could grow a little more, honestly. Admittedly, growth for the channel here has been kind of slow over the past couple of months, but hey, we were able to hit 100,000, and that's been a goal of mine for a while. So once again, thank you all very much for that goal. Never thought we'd hit that. But yeah, I mean, that's probably just my best advice if I had to give out if I had to give out some type of advice. I hope that made sense for all of y'all listening. When's the next season coming out? That's a good question. Hopefully sometime soon, right? I mean, there's a rumor that we're going to be getting 2 seasons this year, but I feel like we're only going to get 1, and that maybe will come out in the summertime, I think. At least that's my best guess. If we get another season beforehand, that's awesome. But I'm feeling like the summertime is going to be the next season for Ninjago. I think so. If I had a YouTube channel, it'd be more of a hobby than a job. I mean, yeah, that's how my channel started out too. I didn't go into this channel, you know, trying to make it a job. I had this channel since I was 13, just uploading random stuff like Lego reviews, Hero Factory, Bionicle, stuff like that. I even did a couple of Transformers videos all those many moons ago. A couple of Transformers reviews and whatnot. But, you know, nowadays I just kind of do have it as a job just because I was able to grow it. But it took many years to do that. So that's another really big piece of advice. Just be patient. Be patient with it. Worst ninja pairing, not shipping, just friendship. I mean, that's kind of a difficult question because the ninja team, I feel like they work so well together that you can pair them up and partner them up in pretty much any way, and they would work. Admittedly, some of the weirder ones that I've seen are probably maybe Zane and Nia. Doesn't seem like they have very much chemistry on the surface, so I'd probably say that one. But we've seen them fight together before, especially with their elements and how well they complement each other. I just think personality-wise, maybe Nia and Zane probably aren't the best pairing ever, though they do work. I'm not saying that they're a bad pairing. They do work, most definitely. But, you know, if I had to choose one, it would probably be that one. In all honesty, give Waffle a hug or perish. Yes, Waffle requires a hug. Waffle. Oh, she's sleeping still. I was like, Waffle, come here, come get a hug. She's sleeping. She doesn't care about hugs right now. I'll give her a hug later. For those of you wondering, Waffle is my cat, or one of my cats, and this is what she looks like on the left. On the right is Momo, and they are both very good kitties. I love them very much. And let's switch to possession pictures. Nice segue into possession. Why don't we go ahead and end off the poll here. Master of the Mountain won with the most amount of votes, which is actually pretty surprising. I did not expect Seabound to be so far behind. I kind of expected them to be neck and neck. But you know what? We had Master of the Mountain, Seabound, Prime Empire, or Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Or, you know, that's the last one. Doesn't Waffle eat your Legos? Oh, yeah. But she's still a cutie, you know? Can't really be too mad at her. She's pretty cool. Yeah, let's get a new poll going. What do you guys want to do for another poll? Is Momo named after Avatar? No, Momo's actually named after Momo from My Hero Academia. Momo Yaoyorozu, because of the black hair and whatnot. That's basically the only reason why why she's called Momo. But she likes her name. She knows her name. It's cute. What made you name her Waffle? Waffle was already named Waffle when we got her. A friend of ours named her Waffle because she just wanted to find like one of the dumbest names possible, and she thought Waffle would work. And I think Waffle's a very appropriate name for my cat Waffle. Let's see. Weakest ninja poll. Interesting. Got a couple of suggestions for that. Who would we do for that? Would we do the original 4, or would we include people like, or should we exclude the obvious? Because honestly, when you think about it, Lloyd and Nia probably would not apply to be the weakest ninja, because Lloyd has an immense amount of power and so does Nia right now. So maybe we should do the original 4. I think we should do that. Why don't we do that? The weakest of the original 4 ninja. Who is the weakest ninja? I think we will include Cole. I think, if we're going to include, Kai, Jay, and Zane, we might as well include Cole just to complete the original quartet, if you will. Who is the weakest ninja? Yes, I think that's right. All right. Feel free to vote in that poll. Yeah, we are excluding Nia and Lloyd, mostly because we can't include them in the poll because there's only 4 options, but also they are probably not going to be the weakest because of their power. So, but out of those 4 ninja, who do you think is the weakest one? Can we do Master of the Mountain images since that's the season that won the poll? Sure, we can do that after Possession. We're going to let Possession run for a few more minutes, and then we will switch things over to Season 13. Going to start a queue of sorts, I guess. Would I do a face cam on stream? I could do it if I really wanted to, but I feel like most days I just look really messy, and I personally don't like showing my face very much in YouTube videos. Just a personal thing with me, I'm not super big into showing my face on the channel. I imagine a lot of you guys are here for Ninjago and not really my face and whatnot, so I don't know. I could do it in the future if that's something that you guys would be interested in, but it's not my first choice, if that makes sense. Maybe after we hit a certain milestone for these streams, we can, change things up, and I might actually do the face cam occasionally. Put the face cam in the bottom right-hand corner or something. Let's do Kahoot. We will do that on Friday. A bird just hit your window? Man. That's rough. I remember one time I was at my parents' house and my cat Nacho was just kind of sitting in the window, and all of a sudden a bird just slaps into the window and scares him. It was actually kind of funny, but it was also like, oh my god, a bird just hit our window. Don't you just love when birds do that? It's like, what the heck, guys? Most of the time the birds aren't okay, but it is what it is. 100 streams? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe once we get to 100 streams. That could very well work out, honestly. Let's see. Merge Nia and Ghost Cole would be the worst pairing for a mission. That is true. that is true, because Ghost Cole would just die immediately on account of Nia being complete water. It is kind of strange when when you think about it. How come Cole did not immediately die when Nia unlocked her true potential? It's worth thinking about, right? He was standing right there when water was flying all over the place. You would have think that he would have gotten, you'd think that he would have gotten hit by something. But I guess not. We have a $4.99 donation from OK Ninjago. Thank you very much for the $4.99. Hello, Tanner. It's 2 degrees out right now. How's your day? Oh, my day's going just peachy. Thank you very much for asking. Hopefully your day's going well. 2 degrees. Right now here it's 19 degrees, which is actually a lot warmer than what it was yesterday when it hit -10. So hope you're staying warm.
Pizza time.
And thank you for the $4.99, OK Ninjago. Hopefully you guys are staying warm out there. If you guys live in some of the colder environments, like myself and several other people. Let's see. There was a bat in my room a couple years ago. Yeah, we've had bats around all over the place here too. Bats and birds, all kinds of weird animals and stuff. Bird once flew into my house. I don't think we've had that happen. A bird has certainly flew into my workplace before. When I used to work at the school, we had a bird that would just fly around in there. It was pretty messy. Let's see. My computer's really struggling right now. It's like, gotta go. Gotta heat up quick. We'll be fine though. It's just really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. But that is my computer. Hope Legacy isn't dead. Yeah, I hope so. I hope not. I hope not as well. The new Summer Wave, though, doesn't really suggest that anything will be Legacy related, except maybe the Samurai Mech or maybe the Golden Dragon. I think if anything has the potential to be Legacy related, it's those sets. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be getting Legacy sets anymore, at least for a long time, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know what? Legacy had a good run. Worked at my school. Yeah, I used to work at my school during the summertime when I didn't have school. I would work maintenance. I would work on cleaning things, fixing things, all that kind of stuff. I used to work at the school a lot, actually. 5 consecutive years I worked there, closely with teachers and maintenance staff and whatever. So, it was a fun job. You basically just turned on music all day and just, worked on whatever needed to be fixed or cleaned. It was actually kind of fun. Thinking about getting into Marvel, where should I start? I mean, me as a Marvel movies guy, I'd recommend starting, if you want to get into like Marvel, I'd recommend starting with the original Spider-Man movies, the original 3, starring Tobey Maguire. I'd recommend watching those first if you haven't seen those yet, and then just watching as many Marvel movies as you can from there. Any other Marvel fan would tell you to start with the comics. I don't read comics, so I don't know. I have no idea. I do not know where you should start in terms of the comics. For the movies, why don't you start with the original Spider-Man films, the original 3. Legacy 3 Zane is alone. Yeah, if Legacy is really done, it's quite a shame that we never got Legacy 3 variants of the other ninja. We only have Zane, which is kind of unfortunate because that design for Zane is amazing, and I would have loved to have seen designs like that for Kai, Jay, and the rest of the squad. We have a $1.99 from Jose. Thank you very much, Jose, for the many contributions that you have put for this channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. What is your question today? Smash or pass Coco? Coco is actually a lot better than Misako. She's cool, so I'd maybe say Hulk smash, you know, if I had to choose one of those two. Can we talk about Curiosity spoilers? Sure.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. I mean, the Curiosity shorts don't really have, or the Curiosity short doesn't really have any big spoilers for my knowledge, so, or to my knowledge. But yeah, feel free to talk about it. I don't mind personally, and thank you once again, Jose, for the $1.99 donation. If you guys have not seen the Curiosity short just yet, feel free to check it out on LEGO's official YouTube channel. It's only about 4 minutes long, so I don't think there's really much to spoil, so yeah, go for it. Feel free to talk about whatever you would like to. I didn't put like a spoiler warning in my review or anything like that because there's not a whole lot to spoil personally, in my opinion. But yeah, you can talk about whatever you would like to. Would I say the 6 virtues from the core shorts match each ninja? I mean, I could totally see that happening. I mean, just depending on how the shorts operate, we'll probably see that happen. Each of the core virtues line up with a ninja. I mean, for example, Curiosity lines up with Nia. I can see that being the case. We've had several options of Nia being, or several instances of Nia being curious in the past, so I think that works. I think Kai has courage, if I'm not mistaken, which makes sense considering it's Kai. I think Jay has honesty, Zane has generosity, and I forget the rest. But yeah, we will see the shorts line up with the ninjas' personalities, I suppose. The shorts are either going to force it or make it very natural. For Nia and Curiosity, it felt natural. So, honesty doesn't work for Jay. I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that one not really working out very well, but I imagine the short film will do its best to explain it in its entirety. Lloyd has wisdom. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Lloyd is quite wise in that regard. I wish I was wise like Wu. Makes him old like Wu instead. Cole has balance. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I forgot what Cole and Lloyd had. I remember the other ninja, though. I think the core virtues are very important to learn, though, so I imagine it would be important to kind of teach kids how this stuff works, too. You know, give each of the ninja a core virtue to teach. I think that's a good way of doing it. I think that's awesome. Let's see. Jay discovered his true potential from learning to be honest. Actually, that is true. Yeah, that is true when you think about it. Good point. Good point. Yeah, I think it does work for Jay, actually. Being honest and open with Nia allowed Nia to express that, you know what, Jay, even though you're this weird snake creature right now, I love you for you. And that's just so touching. Warms my heart. Yeah, it's awesome. The next Tanner video, Waffle homeless. Yeah, if she keeps on eating my Lego sets, she might be homeless. Nah, we'd never kick Waffle out. Waffle's fine. She'll be here forever, basically. Want Legacy possession sets? Yeah, me too. I think there's a whole bunch more possession sets that Legacy could totally use and, you know, upgrade and, you know, tackle or whatever, but I guess they just choose not to. Kind of sad. Let's do Season 13 pictures. That was next on the queue after Season 5. Let's see. I had a question that I wanted to answer. Do I know if the LEGO website Bricks Direct is safe? I ordered the water dragon from it and don't want to get scammed. Bricks Direct, I'm not sure if I've heard of them before, but that doesn't mean that they're not credible. I just don't think I don't think I've ever really used them before. Let me look them up quick. Bricks Direct. Oh, I have seen this actually. Okay, I have seen this, yeah. I have not really used it all myself, but I have seen people use it, and I've heard that people are fine using it. So from what I've heard, I don't think you're going to get scammed out of it. But me personally, I don't really purchase from Bricks Direct all that much. But I have heard of it, though. As soon as I saw their logo, I was like, yep, I know who these people are. I personally just order sets from LEGO directly or Amazon or at my local retailer, stuff like that. Thoughts on the water dragon? It's a pretty good set. If I ever find it on sale one day, I will probably go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, I probably am not going to be purchasing the water dragon anytime soon. It is a pretty cool dragon, though. Just not my favorite. Does Bricklink have a large delivery fee? It just kind of depends on the seller. Just kind of depends on the seller that you buy from. I know for me, for my last order, they charged me, I think, $10 for shipping, which isn't awful, especially for the amount of stuff that I ordered off of this guy's site. I kind of cleaned him out a little bit, honestly. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends on the seller. I personally would recommend using Bricklink, though. It's scammed by Bricklink. I haven't gotten scammed by Bricklink before. Just sometimes they send me the wrong pieces, which of course is understandable. All of the Bricklink shops are run by actual people, and people are only human. So sometimes mistakes happen, and that's okay. And, you know, I learned not to be super harsh against people that make mistakes like that. We're all human at the end of the day. So, you know, it is what it is. But yes, a good way to not get scammed is to not give out your credit card information to people over DMs. Now that will get you scammed. Someone on Twitter is like, "Hey man, can you send me your credit card information? I need to sign up for a giveaway." You won't get any money charged or anything. That's a lie. Don't give out your credit card information on the internet, especially to people in your DMs. It's not good. Who's winning the weakest ninja poll? Jay is, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, honestly, I'd probably vote for Jay as well. Nothing against the guy. I think Jay is perfectly fine in terms of a character. He's very strong in his own way. I don't think any of the ninja are downright weak, but Jay is probably the weakest of the original four, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. That really should be a no-brainer. Yeah, I agree, but you'd be surprised how many people fall for stuff like that. And I don't blame people for falling for stuff like that, you know. I mean, depending on who's scamming you, it could be a pretty legit sounding thing. But, you know, in most cases, it's pretty easy to tell, at least in my experience. Get a bunch of emails every now and then. "Hey, we want to sponsor you." "Oh, cool. Oh, what's that? I need to download this link that'll hack my freaking, like, what do you call it? My credit card information, my bank account." Yep, not happening. Not happening. Had a couple of those happen at some point in my day. Had a couple of emails asking about, or, you know, sponsorships or whatever, and then you go to click on it, and it's like, "Ooh, we're going to download, or we're going to upload a virus on your computer." It's like, "Oh, thanks, guys. Excellent." Who's the weakest ninja? I mean, according to the poll, it's Jay. But I guess, you know, it's up to your own interpretation, your own opinions, obviously, at the end of the day. What else do we got here? What payment methods does Bricklink accept? A couple of shops do accept credit card information, but I would not recommend using credit card information on Bricklink. That is a big no-no. Personally, I use PayPal. A lot of shops on Bricklink do use PayPal as a form of payment. I'm a really big fan of PayPal. I use PayPal a lot in my daily life, so I would recommend paying through PayPal for anything that you buy on Bricklink. Do not give shops directly your credit card information. That is just asking for disaster. I'd say use PayPal when you can. And if the store that you're on, the Bricklink shop that you're on, doesn't offer PayPal, then I wouldn't recommend buying from it, honestly. Yeah, a lot of grammatical errors. Yeah, I get a lot of emails like that too, when half the things are spelled wrong, and it's like, all right. Gee, I wonder what happened here. This is totally professional. Thoughts on the battle between the original 4 ninja and Thanos? I don't know why, but I think Thanos would kind of wipe the floor with the original 4 ninja. Could be wrong, though. Maybe they'd put up a pretty good fight. Or use a Visa gift card. Yeah, that could work, too. Am I sponsored by PayPal? I am not. I wish I was, though. Wish I was. What if there was a Bizarro version like Ninjago, like in DC? Like the entire Ninjago landscape, like the entire Ninjago world? I think that could make for an interesting, alternate realm. We still have some realms that are unnamed. Why not make one of them like a parallel universe? You know, that could work. Where the ninja are evil and the bad guys are good. That can make for a very interesting Ninjago season right there. Season 14 pictures? Sure. Some of you guys have been asking for the island for a very long time. We can do the island images. We can do that. Bay vs. Optimus Prime breaks into my house. Scary. Yeah, gone wrong. Whoops. Cops called. I hate videos like that. I hate videos with super obnoxious like thumbnails and titles. Like, you know, one of my least favorite types of thumbnail is like where there's a person in the thumbnail and they're just making like a really shocked face. I really don't like that type of thumbnail. To me, that always just came off as really cringy and just, you know, just it turns me away from that content. It's like, nope, I really don't want to watch that. You see that a lot with gaming videos. Like, oh, I got, you know, so and so killed in Fortnite or whatever. Oh, new Fortnite, whatever. It's just, you know, stuff like that. It just seems really try-hardy, if that makes sense. I don't like stuff like that. Part of the reason why I don't show my face in videos is because, for that reason, I just don't want my face to appear on the channel. I don't want that to happen. I just don't like content like that. It's cringy. With that being said, who do you think, or do you think Lego keeps track of every set that they make? Yeah, I think they have a vault somewhere, right? They do have a Lego vault somewhere with every single set ever made in it. At least that's what I've heard at some point throughout my time as a Lego fan. Hey, at the Lego headquarters, they have a huge vault in the basement with every single Lego set in it. I mean, I think that's legit, though. I think they do have that. Elmo called me at 3 a.m. Scary. Yeah, like calling the boss baby at 3 a.m. Like, what even is that kind of stuff? Like, who's watching this? Who's watching this content? What the heck? Let's see. Will we ever see Master Wu use his elemental power? We've seen him use his power before, but I'm not really sure if Wu's power can be classified as an elemental power, though. You know, it's kind of a weird class of elemental power. It's kind of like a weird power that I'm not sure what you would call it. But we have seen him use it before. He summoned the dragon with it during Season 5. And didn't he just use it in the Ninjago Core trailer? Or the shorts or something? And we'll break into the Lego vault. Yeah, there's a lot of sets down there that I would like getting. So let me break into the Lego's vault and steal some certain Ninjago sets that I regret not buying from many years ago. That is cool, though, that Lego does keep track of that kind of stuff. I mean, how many sets has Lego made over the years? Probably a whole bunch, right? I mean, how many sets come out per year? And how long has Lego been releasing stuff? Long time. Long time. Let's go ahead and end off the poll here. Jay won the weakest ninja poll. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just kind of depends on what you think personally. What was the order here? Jay, Kai, Zane, and Cole being the strongest according to you guys of that four-man team. Makes sense. Season 14 suits look so good. I agree. The island suits are some of Ninjago's best costumes. Beautiful. Gorgeous all around. My only nitpick, I wish that Nia had her headband hairpiece. That is my only nitpick of the island suits. I don't like how Nia just uses her regular hair. I think if they used her headband hairpiece, would have been 10 times better. As I take a sip of my water. Alright guys, with only a couple of minutes left in the stream, why don't we switch things over and turn things around and go to rapid fire questions. Let's get some rapid fire questions in the chat. Anything that I can answer in just a quick sentence or two, that'll be a pretty good way to round out the stream today and conclude things for today's live session. So let's go ahead and get some rapid fire questions in the chat. Let's answer as many questions as I can. Season 9 pictures. Didn't we do Hunted already? Why don't we do Season 8 instead? We will end on Season 8, Sons of Garmadon. What if Emmett from the Lego movie was a ninja? I mean, I don't think he'd make a very good ninja, but hey, maybe he'd surprise me. He makes for a pretty good master builder. Favorite day of the week? For my schedule right now, probably Saturday. Saturday is the day where I just don't really need to do anything unless there's like Ninjago news. Saturday is a pretty good day for relaxation for me. I'd probably say Saturday. What is the best ninja hairpiece? Easily the man bun hairpiece used on Cole, also used on Young Woo. That hairpiece is amazing for me. I really like that one a lot. Best thing Ninjago has ever done, in my opinion. I adore the final battle, especially the final showdown between Lloyd and the Overlord. It's not Ninjago's like best fight objectively, but me personally, I've always considered that to be one of Ninjago's like best moments. Easily one of the most memorable moments for me, at least. Why do adults like Ronan and Nadakhan want a thing with Nia? That's a good question. Maybe someone should analyze those two characters. I think Ronan and Nadakhan need a visit from good old Chris Hansen. Perhaps. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Did I like Clutch Powers in his own movie? Yeah, I thought he was funny. In the Ninjago universe, not so much. I'm not a huge fan of Ninjago versus Clutch Powers, if I'm being honest. Do I prefer season 1 or season 2? I'd probably say season 2 just because it has the final battle in it, though the first half of season 2 is very weak, very lackluster. So, there's my thoughts on that. Season 1's not bad too. Favorite season finale? Again, gotta go with season 2's finale. Otherwise, other seasons have really good finales, such as, again, season 3. Really liked Rebooted's ending. Even Seabound's ending I thought was pretty good. Seabound has a pretty good finale, not gonna lie. Which ninja do I think would wipe out an entire army in the quickest time? Right now, maybe Nia, because of her water powers. I think she could take out a large amount of people in a very small amount of time. I think Nia is right now the strongest ninja. Which ninja is most likely to adopt? Maybe Jay, just because, he was adopted. Maybe Jay would do the same. I could totally see that happening. I think that'd be a really sweet idea. Really nice for Jay's character. I mean, why not, right? Which is my favorite elemental power? Lightning, ice, water, some of those three. I mean, those three are always a lot of fun to see in action. I think lightning, though. Lightning might be my favorite overall. Jay's not my favorite character, but maybe lightning. I think lightning's a really cool power. Least favorite ninja other than Dareth. Right now, my least favorite ninja of the core 6 is Kai. Nothing against Kai. I just never really found myself relating to him all that much, and he's always been near the bottom of my list. My favorite ninja is Cole. I think Cole is awesome. Did I like Jay's slicked back hair in season 1? Not really. I remember being really confused by that, because all of a sudden the episode started and Jay had different hair. I was like, what's going on? Did I miss something? Did I miss an episode where Jay gets a haircut? But no, he just had it styled differently, which I suppose makes sense. I just always found it to be super weird, I guess. Not really my favorite thing ever. Do I think Ronin would become an elemental master? Probably not. I don't think Ronin is like elemental master material. He's more like a bounty hunter. He's more like just an ally when he needs to be, an enemy when he needs to be. He's just kind of neutral, I guess, in terms of like the good versus bad spectrum. He's kind of neutral, I guess. Not really elemental master material to me personally. Favorite Ninjago villainous faction? Ghosts, skeletons, etc. I really like the Ninjroids. I also like the Stone Army. Stone Army or the Ninjroids, probably one of those two armies. I really enjoyed those a lot. Did I like Lloyd in the Lego movie? Lloyd in the Lego movie? Lego movie Lloyd. Not Ninjago movie Lloyd, but Lego movie Lloyd. He's alright, just had a cameo appearance. I mean, the Green Ninja didn't really show up all that much in the movie. In the Ninjago movie, yeah, I mean, Lloyd is the only character that really has a character, aside from Garmadon. So yeah, Lloyd in the movie was okay. Let's see. Do I like Pixel? Yeah, she's cool. I don't really have an issue with Pixel. I like her new figure that came out for Ninjago Core. That was nice. Nice upgrade to Nia, or not Nia, but Pixel's figure. Kept on thinking Samurai X for a second. I almost thought of Nia. Favorite Ninjago season? Season 4, for sure. Season 4 is my favorite one. Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. Let's answer one more question as I try to stretch really quick because my legs are kind of killing me. Why are my legs cramping? What the heck? Yeah, let's get one more question in the chat before we conclude things today. Who's going to get the last question? Let's figure it out. As I take a sip of my water. Whew. Big breath. Yeah, let's get one more question in the chat. Let's conclude today's stream with one more question. Let's see. I'm scrolling through trying to find a question to answer. What should we do? What should we do? Let's see. One more big question, people. Let's get one more in here. Let's see. Why is my YouTube TannerFishies? Okay, why don't we do that one, because I think a lot of people ask that one a lot too, and it's personal to me and the channel. So the reason why my YouTube channel is called TannerFishies, some of you guys know this, some of you guys don't. I caught a big fish when I was younger with my dad, and I was really proud of it. A really massive fish, at least for the time. It was pretty big. Nowadays I see that I was just kind of small back then. But I caught the fish. I really was proud of myself, and I was just making a Pokemon account at the time, and my username on Pokemon was TannerFish. And I forgot the password, so I made a new one called TannerFishies, and then the rest is history. I then decided to make a YouTube channel with the same name, and yeah, that's basically it. So, a little bit about myself, if you guys didn't know. It's always fun. And that'll pretty much wrap it up for my stream here today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's go over our streaming schedule one more time before we wrap things up today. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I will obviously provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I can't stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. Let's get some hugs in the chat. Some of you guys have already started that off for me. Thank you very much. Let's all spam some hugs. Hug, 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 hug. There we go. There are some hugs for you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And yeah, let's wrap things up here. Thank you so much for checking out today's stream, you guys. Hopefully you guys had a pretty fun time here on stream. I always enjoy talking to you guys. These streams are always really fun for me to do, and hopefully you enjoyed. Look at all the hugs in the chat. Glorious, beautiful, awesome. Tomorrow we will be back. Same time tomorrow with probably like a tier list or maybe something else. Tomorrow we will definitely do some type of activity on the stream, so if you want to take part in that, feel free to tune back in tomorrow same time. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this stream here. Hopefully you guys had fun. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks a lot for asking questions and just being awesome, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.